What is going on, guys? Steppenwolf here again, and if you don't know me, I'm a top 200 Wild Rift player on Legendary Queue. I'm a high Grandmaster. It might be that this gameplay is still out of Master gameplay, but I'm a high Grandmaster usually. I don't feel too motivated to push to Challenger currently because I want to hit Legend in the Legendary Queue, and I'm a mid lane main. So the goal of this video right here is to show you exactly how you will need to play mid lane or any other role. I'm going to drop a lot of value bombs right here, showing you exactly how to get a better player in Wild Rift. So if you like content like this, make sure to like the video, leave all your questions down below in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe because I try to upload those videos daily. Now, as I said, I'm a main mid laner. I'm top 50 Kassadin. At this point, I might be still top 200 because I've recorded this a couple days back. But currently, you can look it up. At the day of uploading, I'm in the top 50 Kassadin. I think it's rank 38. And even though I usually don't like it if people upload gameplays like this is going to be a stomp gameplay. The reason why I choose this gameplay right here is because a lot of people, they consider Kassadin as weak in the early game. And I'm going to show you in this video how you can come around that. So I'm playing against a Fizz mid lane. I remember this guy. I teamed up with him like the game afterwards, and he played not that good as well. But I'm against flaming. I'm more like always focusing on improving myself and trying to explain to you how you can get a better player and how you can get your desired elo. So let me know down in the comments which rank you currently are, and I'm trying to help you get out of there. So a little bit about Kassadin. I'm going for the Rod of Ages first. I'm not going to build like the Sapphire Crystal first. I'm going for the tier after I got the Rod of Ages, simply because the Rod of Ages, it's a little bit more important to me to stack because I need that health, because I'm going to dive into the back lane from them. So therefore I'm going for the Rod of Ages first. As you can see, top 50 Kassadin, even on this game right here. I'm playing with the top 50 set right here and top 50 Leona. And again, regarding the build, I am finishing the tier. I am building it up to, I forgot the name of the item, and I'm going to go for Zonias with the cooldown reduction boots. I'm going to go for, and I have this build like blurred in for you in the screen. I'm going for the Rabadon Staff Cap, and then depending on how the game goes, I'm going for Lich Bane or I'm going for a Void Staff, and the last item is pretty optional. So, let me explain to you how to play Kassadin on the mid lane so you can get that free elo, because Kassadin it's really broken in the late game, and in the early game, if you do it the right way, it's also going to be pretty easy for you to carry. I had a short leg right here, so I just want to make sure that the game keeps on going. So I scaled my W first because it gives me that shield, and the big mistake Fizz right here makes is he's jumping with his E on me and trying to trade. I'm going to get a shield. I have fleet footwork, so I have more durability in lane, so I don't get poked out by the enemy. And then he's going to get hit by my minions. So on level 1, minions deal a whole lot of damage. And the overall gameplay with Kassadin, I'm usually trying to play passive. I'm trying to farm with my W because like I'm going to get most of the mana back, if not all. I'm not 100% sure. And I'm trying to out-sustain the enemies because of my fleet footwork. I know that Fizz is going to make his E, that's why I waited with my Q. I want to wait with throwing it. And this is one of the things. Think of the lanes right here as two lines. And I need to pause the video in just a second to explain this to you, because this is something very valuable. So think of the lane right here in two lines. Right here, this is one line, and this is one line. Here's kind of the medium zone where both of you don't have to be scared if you have wards. If you push over that line right here, you should be like having an eye on the map all the time. The enemy can engage to you, and you should be careful basically. If you don't know, if you're not 100% sure that you can't kill the enemy, and that you can kill the enemy, and that the jungler isn't around, if you don't know these two things, you shouldn't be pushing further. The same goes on that side. You're safe on that side. You can try to trade with the enemy like I'm doing all the time with Fizz right here. And this is just something I see a lot of players doing wrong. Now let's talk a little bit about wave management right here, because Fizz is doing that wrong as well. I'm making lose minion after minion after minion because a lot of people in Wild Rift, they don't have that good wave management skills. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing the wave right here in because I want that level up. I would need to get level 5 before him. Again, he's making the mistake to jump into my minions, and I know I can kill him right here. I flash, I ignite him, and he's dead. So this shouldn't be happening if you play against a Kassadin. You shouldn't die as a Fizz, but he's making a mistake I've just told you. He isn't sure if he can kill me 100%. He's jumping into my lane where he is basically a free kill for me. He is like getting all the minion damage, and all I'm doing right here is collecting the free tower gold. I'm ulting away, nothing he can do right here. I think Pantheon gets half the gold right here. Tries to dive the Fizz, and I'm not sure if we kill him again. I think I kill him again on this, in this particular moment, yes. So I got myself the blue buff, which is also, I don't know why Pantheon dived him right here. This was not like the smartest move, but at least I got a nice blue buff and I can push another wave in. This is also something I like to do a lot of the time, so you want to keep the wave stalled in the mid, like on this thing right here. But if you can't do that, just simply push the wave in if you know the enemy was dead and he's just in base, so he's going to lose a bunch of minions. So I'm way ahead of this Fizz right now. I have my Rod of Ages finished. I have a blue buff, so I know like this is not going to be a fun time for him. I've also seen the Nautilus because I'm looking a lot on the map. So this lane is going to be pretty easy. I'm sure I can kill this Fizz every single time we fight. So I don't really care about wave management anymore. Every time he jumps in with his E, I know he doesn't have an escape. He tries to fight me again in the minions. The only reason why I didn't jump right in back is because I knew he still has his ult, but this Fizz is like simply trying to get killed by me. I see an opportunity to get a Nautilus kill on the bot lane, and that's why I'm heading over there. I miss my Q and my E. Doesn't matter, this guy is still dead. I'm grabbing the healing fruits, and this is one of the only disadvantages of not going a Sapphire Crystal. Like, Kassadin is pretty mana hungry. As you can see, like, I'm doing my ult one time at 3 stacks, and I'm basically out of mana. So this Fizz ults me again, he ignites me, but I'm pretty sure that he can't kill me, even though, especially when he's silenced, I'm basically too much ahead right now. If this would have been an even battle, I would have lost, but I know like I had 3 kills at that time. He doesn't deal damage, he doesn't have like a lot of items. I don't even think he has his Rabadons for death cap finished, so I can just play this like way more aggressively. And this is exactly what you will not want to do with Kassadin. I'm trying to upload another gameplay for you guys where the lane is a little bit more close, where I'm exactly showing you how I need to play passively. But I have 5,000 gold, Fizz has 3,000 gold. I'm going to get back, get the tier, get my boots maybe finished. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to get here. I made a mistake right there. Or I didn't. I don't know why I decided to not go for the tier, but at least I have the Sapphire Crystal so I can start stacking. Maybe I thought I will have, I will go back before I have 250 stacks on the Sapphire Crystal, because then at that point it will stop stacking. And that Fizz, I don't know what I did with my Q there, but this Fizz right here, he keeps fighting me for no reason. Like, he's ahead, he's 1-4, and it absolutely makes no sense. So if you think Master or Grandmaster players, they are way better, like, think again. You're seeing this Fizz, he doesn't know how to play against a disadvantage, and I can simply keep killing him over and over again right here, and he doesn't know how to play against it. I have my mana or I have my AP shield like every few seconds, and he doesn't know how to play against it. This is something very unfortunate. If you know how to play against Kassadin, this is like, I have a gameplay where I play against the Kassadin, and every single time, like, I leave him open. A lot of people ban him because I want to play him, but I know also how to play against him. So if I'm mid lane and I don't get Kassadin, I see the enemy picking Kassadin, what I do is I'm probably going to pick Chase and snowball on the enemy. So I'm getting greedy for the turret gold right here. I unfortunately don't get it. I get ulted by this Fizz, but I know this guy is weak. I can simply stomp on him. And this Nautilus, I see my set is coming. I keep fighting with this Nautilus. I have my fleet footwork, which is giving me all the mana back I need, and simply is dead. So this is the point where it gets unfair to play against Kassadin, because like I'm snowballing. I know I get the point where people say Kassadin is OP to some extent, but if I was 6-0 with Fizz, I would have stomped the enemies in the same way, if not harder. Okay, so this is why I don't get people saying Kassadin is way too broken. He has a weak early game. He needs time to get into the game, usually like 12 to 15 minutes. And if you get kills, or if I get kills, I'm way faster online. I also lose Kassadin games, even though I have like on average like a 75% win rate on him. But this is also because I played him a lot on PC. So to get back to the point I wanted to make right here, any champion with 6 kills right here would have won that 2 against 1. Maybe not every champion, but most of them. So this Fizz keeps trying to fight me. He has no clue what to do against me. I'm simply going to ult, and he's dead. So I'm 7-0 right now, and this is one of the Stomp gameplays, so at this point there's not that much education anymore. If you want to see how I'm basically snowballing with Kassadin, this is the point you will see where it's getting ridiculous. But I want to show you how I played this lane. Okay, I want to make this as educating as possible, even with a Stomp gameplay for you, because I don't see the value to simply upload a Stomp gameplay without showing you exactly how I got to the point of stomping the enemy. Okay, this Fizz made a bunch of mistakes in lane. I explained to you how you can abuse those mistakes, because I know a lot of players, they don't abuse these mistakes. If I make those mistakes in lane, like, they're not abusing it. I simply can't do it. But if you know how to play, you can abuse those lane mistakes and really punish the enemies. So what I'm going to do right here is trying to get a lead on the top lane, or on the dragon lane, I mean, because they're still pretty much, like, they don't have that big of a lead. I think they have a couple of kills, but not as I would say they are stomping the lane. So what I'm doing right here is I think I'm dying right here. Or not, that Fizz keeps dump engaging. But what you always want to make sure with Kassadin, and this can be something pretty hard, you want to keep your ult stacked at 3 stacks. Okay? And the way you do this is by always waiting until that circle is almost over, until it resets, so you have time to regain that mana. I think I am dying right here. No. So this is also an ability that makes Kassadin broken, but this is probably the core mechanic of him. I think at this point I'm going to get greedy, and I'm dead. So the ability that makes him broken is his ultimate, because he has basically every 2 seconds he has a flash, or an ability that moves him. But he needs a while to get online. So you want to keep your ult stacked at 3 stacks every single time, because like, this is where the damage comes from. A lot of people ask me like, hey, I've seen you play Kassadin, you always deal that much damage even though you're not ahead. And I know this is kind of ironic, and this was pretty hard to get the blue buff stolen, but I know this is pretty ironic to say from me with an 8-1 and talking about other people not making damage. But you always want to keep your ult stacked at 3 stacks, so you deal the most damage, okay? And you do this and without burning through your mana, by simply waiting until the ult is almost resetting. This way your mana has time to regenerate, and you still can get the stacks, like I'm doing right here. If you see an enemy, obviously I'm going in, and at this point we're simply stomping. I don't know what the Fizz was doing. I don't know how he got to this point of the game, because he played this pretty poorly. Maybe it was because it's in the middle of the night and not that many people are really capable of playing at their top level in the middle of the night. I play really well at like 1 AM in the morning, 2 AM in the morning, but not everybody is able to do it. So right now the mistake I'm making is not going to the dragon, and I'm simply pushing out the mid lane wave, but at this point it's like pretty much irrelevant. And I remember what I thought at this moment. I thought to myself, okay, I'm not stomping the enemies that much anymore. This is pretty like not that cool from Pantheon to simply flame them. But I thought to myself, okay, I'm losing a little bit of my lead. I need to get back to killing again. So this is what I'm going to focus on. Like, I have slacked a little bit the last 10 minutes, as you can see. Like, since I was back, I only got like 1,400 gold. I'm killing this Kaiser right here. I press the Zonias. I'm not killing this Kaiser right here, but I'm probably going to kill this Fizz. Because this guy is simply greedy. Okay, I'm not going to kill anything. This is the disadvantage of playing in the middle of the night. I have a bad memory of how this game went. But again, like, this is one of the things. I'm the best commentator in the world. I'm one of the best players in the world, but both at the same time, they don't work. So you get the most educational content you've seen on Wild Rift, but a lot of the times I make mispredictions what happened, so bear with me, okay? I don't think it's like the worst thing in the world. So what I'm going to do next is, again, trying to get back to killing. So this Kaiser right here could have become a problem if Kassadin wouldn't have been such a late game champion. I should try to get the blue buff that's up right here. This is something essential to get, simply because I explained to you how mana hungry Kassadin is. So I don't care about that Nasus. I think they can kill him together. And I simply get the blue buff. So I can keep deathing the mid lane. And I think we are losing a little bit of gold advantage right here. When I'm watching the replay now, I think it's not that good what we are doing. Especially me. Like, I'm losing a lot of advantage I built myself in the early game. But it doesn't matter because I have my Rabadon staff cap, and this is where really the one-shots begin. And you will see what I mean with that in just a second. And if the game is something like that, you always want to try to group up. If you have a better teamfight team, which we have right now, this Fizz is going in like an idiot again. So we have a stronger teamfight team simply because we have such a lead. I think Nasus is pretty useless in teamfights if he can't ult, and I'm simply abusing my ultimate stacks right here. So we killed 3 of them. We lost 2 of them because we fought under the tower. And now it's time to keep pushing the mid lane. So I'm stacking my ult again. This Kaiser thinks she can kill me. I ult out because they're coming. 3 people. Like, I'm a fat Kassadin. I'm not a maniac. I know that I'm going to die right there. So I need to pull them in line behind me if I want to fight them. But I'm pretty sure they don't want to chase that much. I'm going to take that mid lane wave so I can buy more items. Add that bot lane wave right here. And next I thought maybe I'm going to find somebody in the jungle. At this point, this wasn't the smartest move of me to do, but I think I'm trying to split push right here. I'm unluckily ulting into those enemies. I'm using my Zonias against the Fizz ult. I have locked onto Fizz. And now I'm going to show you the power of Kassadin. I'm waiting for my cooldowns to come back. A lot of people make the mistakes. They just jump in without having any abilities ready. I don't, because I know how to play Kassadin. That's hopefully why you're watching this video, to get a better Kassadin player or in overall a better mid lane player. So we are pushing that inhib tower, which is something very valuable because the dragon is going to come up. And what you can do if you have a tower like this on the Baron lane, you can simply stall on the dragon, and some of the enemy teammates needs to go there. Because like the minions are constantly pushing, and if they don't want to lose the game, somebody needs to go there, and then you have an advantage in the fight. You have a 4 versus 5 fight. Also, my team picked a pretty dumb fight in the mid lane. I'm going to pick up the blue buff again. I hope Pantheon doesn't smite it away from me. And he does. I don't know why. I thought about flashing right there, but I didn't have flash up. And I don't get this guy. I'm carrying his ass right now. And he is simply smiting away the blue buff from a Kassadin. So if you're a jungler, don't ever do that if a Kassadin is 10-1. Look what I'm doing with this Kaiser right here. Look what I've done with this Thresh right here. And you really take away blue buff from one of those guys. You shouldn't. Okay, so this is going to be a pretty easy game. I'm simply pushing the mid lane because I know nobody can stop me at this point. This Fizz isn't going to do anything because I don't know what he's thinking. Probably, again, middle of the night. I let my team go for the dragon, and the enemies need to decide. I know that they are going to be greedy for the dragon. That's why I simply push the mid lane. And I either end the game at this point right here and keep pushing mid lane because they are all dead, they made the wrong decision by chasing for the dragon, and this is exactly how you play the game with Kassadin. I know the first 5 minutes I played the lane really well, and then it was just a stomp. I made a couple mistakes in the late game or in the mid game, but we won, that's the thing that counts, right? So, if you enjoyed this video right here, make sure to leave a like. If you have any questions down below, leave them in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe if you never want to miss another Wild Rift educational video that shows you exactly how you can get your desired rank on Wild Rift. Let's take a last look. I got MVP and I dealt a ton of damage. So, see you guys in the next video, and I will leave you a bunch of videos I think you will find valuable right now.